Hi, my name is Jackie from the Parental Stress Centre. This video is a quick overview of what the Parental Stress Centre is, what we do, and why we provide slightly different support to parents than is normally out there. So at the moment, there's a lot of information that teaches parents about child behaviour and also general child raising. But what we actually do is we focus on the emotional well-being of the parent. As the name indicates, we focus on parental stress and we provide resources that teach parents the ability to be able to handle the various challenges and stresses that are going to inevitably pop up as a parent and in life in general. So the diagram I'm about to show you is a process that all human beings follow when they're interpreting a situation that occurs, and that's whether the experience is a wanted one or an unwanted one. So let's take a typical situation where a parent may be experiencing a child having a tantrum in a shopping centre. So basically we experience the event with the five senses. So we see it, we hear it. If they're hitting at us, we might be feeling it. We generally won't be tasting it or smelling it, but that is, one of the senses that we may experience the situation through. Now, the information that we get from the senses gets sent into the brain for evaluation. So the brain's looking at this situation going, what is it? It's my child having a tantrum. Have I seen it before? Yes, I have. Here we go again. We're in the shopping centre. Why can't I ever get the shopping done on its own, on my own, without these tantrums? I never get any time to myself. It's evaluating what this situation means about me. Is it a pleasurable one? Is it painful? What is my opinion about this situation? Now, whatever has been accessed in the brain in that moment will determine what the response is to that situation. So the first response we have is our bodily sensation. So this is how we feel about that event based on how we think about it. So we know of these bodily sensations as our emotions, or perhaps it's physical sensations in the body. So let's say that this parent has been evaluating that situation as, oh, here we go again, I never get any time out, and rolling around in that kind of conversation. They're likely to be feeling anger, tension in the body, clenched teeth, or some sort of painful emotion that they're not enjoying in that moment. And then the second response that we have is our reaction. So what do I do about this situation? And the idea of this reaction is the brain's attempt at restoring pleasure and avoiding any further pain. So let's say this parent reacts angrily. So she's actually maybe picking up her toddler and putting her into the trolley, or maybe she's yelling at her, or maybe even smacking her, or whatever's going on for this person. It's all come from how that parent has evaluated that situation. Now, just as easily, a parent who is calm is no better or worse than that parent who is angry. They just had a different evaluation process. They were thinking differently about the experience they were facing. So they might be thinking, okay, my child is learning. She has tantrums. It's a normal part of child development. It doesn't mean anything about me. Kids tantrum all the time. I don't really care what people think of me. And so her bodily sensation will be relatively calm. I mean, I think we all get a little bit anxious when experiencing something like that. But her reaction is not as intense as the other parent in our example, because they're thinking differently. Therefore, they're feeling differently. So when you look at this evaluation process, a lot of the time you'll find when parents are getting help with stress and they're turning to stress management advice, a lot of the advice is all centered around either changing your reaction, so doing deliberate things like taking 2 steps back, taking deep breaths, or it's focusing on the emotion itself and how to get rid of the emotion, how to let the emotion go. But that's really just dealing with the end result. If we want to change the behavior, and long term I'm talking as well, not necessarily in the moment, but so that we don't keep getting angry over and over again, or we don't keep feeling depressed or sad or unhappy or any of those emotions that are unenjoyable to us. If we want to change that in the long term, what we need to do is focus on this evaluation process. That's where it all starts. And that's where the Parental Stress Centre focuses their their attention. So we teach parents how to understand the specific thinking that's causing their stress in the first place. And secondly, how to change that thinking to be in alignment with the reality of the challenges that we face and to help detach our self-worth from these challenges. So we're effectively teaching parents to experience parenthood and their life in general and their relationships in a happier, healthier minded way, which is automatically going to make them feel differently, and it's going to teach their children how to think and feel differently about life too. So that's essentially why the Parental Stress Centre is different, because we don't focus so much on that end result. We don't focus so much on the emotions that parents feel and the reactions. We focus on teaching them how to understand the thinking and change that thinking so that their responses, how they feel and how they react, will automatically change. Or when they do experience those emotions or those reactions, what they're doing is they're looking to, how was I thinking about that situation, and now I can apply these tools for how to change how I was thinking, so next time this event occurs I won't be so reactive. So when we can teach parents how to change the way they think and feel about life, they will inevitably pass down to their children those same life skills. And that's really the core of what the Parental Stress Centre wants to teach parents.